What is going on, guys? My name is The Rose, and this is Game Corner Pocket episode number 16. I said I would have a video out today, so let's get into it. Real quick channel update. I made some videos prepared to have available while I would be in South Carolina. I'll be leaving on Sunday, and I put the videos on a external hard drive and left them home, so that was great. I am currently in South Carolina. I'll leave Sunday morning out here to circumvent the rules of the hospital, where my grandmother is, but it is what it is. You know, it took a 10-hour car ride to get here. Got here this morning, took a nap earlier, so channel update wise, this is going to be most likely, the only video until Monday. So, that being said, again, Game Corner Pocket episode 16. We're going to be doing this a little bit differently this time. I have the news and everything on my phone, so I'm going to be reading off of my phone. So it's going to look like this when I'm, reading the news and stuff. You're going to see my phone in front of my face pretty much the whole time. But let's start with the February PlayStation Plus games. 3 of them this time around because Destruction All-Stars we knew was going to be added to it. Destruction All-Stars is finally coming out. We have a February 2nd release date. We also are getting Control Ultimate Edition, which is really nice. And we are also getting Concrete Genie. Concrete Genie is a PSVR game, so I have really no interest in that. Control was a game I had interest in. It was on sale during the PlayStation Store holiday sale that they always do at the end of the year. Glad I didn't buy it now because now I'll get it for free. And Destruction All-Stars is an interesting game. On PlayStation 5, which I don't have a PS5 right now, so it is what it is with that. So, yeah, Control, good stuff. All 3 titles will be available to download on the PlayStation Store as of February 2nd, which is next Tuesday. Now, the information I have pulled up here, we are going to go in order. Let's first talk about the new James Bond game, codenamed Project 007. IO Interactive has revealed that the protagonist in the upcoming James Bond game will not be based off of any previous actor or any of the previous video games. And the director of the company has hinted that the game could be a 3-part trilogy. Good stuff. The news arrives as part of an interview conducted by the Danish Broadcasting Corporation, which also talks about how the studio plans to double its staff over the next few years as it works on the ambitious project. So I have a quote from them here. It says, "We have been allowed to make our own digital Bond, which will not lean on a Bond actor." IO Interactive's director, Hakan Abrak, apologies for mispronunciation, told the Danish Broadcasting Corporation, "This means that we won't see the likeness of Daniel Craig or Pierce Brosnan or Sean Connery, apparently, which he's not listed here, coming to the game. The character will be completely unique and unrelated to previous Bond performances. We also come up with a completely original story, and you could easily imagine that a trilogy would come out of it. Could come out of it," Abrak added. So, hey, I'm all for a trilogy. I love the James Bond games. I don't really care for the movies, but the games are great. I love playing the games. Though the last one I played was the 007 GoldenEye Reloaded, and I know there's been at least one after that. I think it was Skyfall or 007 Legends. Didn't get around to playing those games, but I love the 007 games. I've played almost all of them, starting with the original GoldenEye and the N64, and then other titles like Nightfire, Agent Under Fire, Quantum of Solace, Bloodstone. Bloodstone was pretty good. So this suggests that Project 007 may not just be one single game. It could be a series much like the Hitman games, with new locations and missions in every iteration. Brock also revealed that IO Interactive is scaling up and planning to hire a lot more staff to deliver on its ambitions. So again, I hope this all works out for them. IO Interactive, they've made some popular hits over the years. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with Project 007 as it's codenamed right now. Obviously, there's currently no release date for when these games, or at least when the first game or the only game possibly that they could be working on is coming out. So there'll be more details on that later. Let's see. What's this one? This is okay. Kaz Harada, the main man behind the Tekken series, he wants to make a Pokken tournament sequel. Kind of interesting. Katsuhiro Harada, known for his work on the Tekken series, as I just mentioned, as producer, and the producer of Pokken Tournament, tweeted. Normally I'd put these tweets on the screen, but because I'm using my laptop and I have no editing, capabilities with this laptop, I can't be doing any of that, so sorry. He tweeted that he would like to work on a Pokken Tournament sequel at some point in the future. Whether or not that happens isn't up to him, though. According to the tweet, the decision isn't up to him, saying that, quote, "It's not what we decide, it's what they decide." The we in this statement is likely Pokken Tournament's developer Bandai Namco, as Harada serves in the role of general manager for the company. Harada also said that the game was well received before adding that they have a good relationship with Nintendo and Pokemon Company. So, Pokken Tournament was an alright game. I didn't play the deluxe version that came to the Switch, so I don't know if any more game modes or how much more was added to the game. I didn't care too much for the fighting style. I mean, it felt like a traditional Tekken game with Pokemon at some point, but having the battles go in and out of 3D to pseudo 3D was kind of in my opinion. I think they should just stick to the Tekken fighting style if they do another one. The story mode was The game didn't have much in the way of content, at least on the Wii U. I did buy the game on the Wii U, and literally, it's a game you can beat in like 2 hours. And then all you have after that is online mode and practice mode and stuff like that. So, I don't know how much content the Switch version had, but if they do work on a sequel, I hope they give us a more expanded story mode. I hope they give us a lot more content. I hope they give us a lot more Pokemon to choose from. And I hope they choose Pokemon that would actually make sense in a fighting game and not, just some of the more popular ones. That's my opinion on that. I already went over the PlayStation Plus games. So, last but not least, in the way of news, Konami is officially dissolving and restructuring production divisions. So, this is an update on that. Konami officially announced that the corporation will dissolve and restructure its production divisions. The website, both available in Japanese and English, stated that Konami will take action involving all three production divisions in response to rapid market that surrounds the company. The restructure and dissolution will take effect immediately February 1st, which is next Monday. It also doesn't mean it is getting out of video games. And here is the official statement. Quote, this announcement made refers to an internal restructure with production divisions being consolidated. We have not shut down our video games division. Alongside this, the website listed office personnel changes and corporate officers that will take on new positions. I should say will be taking on new positions on the same date as part of the endeavor. Recently, Konami re-released select titles from the Metal Gear and Silent Hill series on PC through the GOG platform. Alongside this, it released the Konami Collector Series, Castlevania, and Contra PC versions. So, in May 2020, Konami updated the Castlevania series original soundtrack. On Spotify, the soundtracks are currently available, blah, blah, blah. So this doesn't say they're going to change their names. Quite honestly, Konami's needed some restructuring for like the past few years. They have made some very questionable decisions, I would say, in the recent decade that passed. Restructure will be good for them. I don't know if they're going to assume the same company name. It doesn't say, or if they're going to become a different company, they're going to go under a new name, or they're going to go under multiple company names. I have no idea. But Konami, while you've made some really great games over the past 30 years of my lifetime, 31 years or whatever, you've made some pretty shitty decisions. And you've also made some pretty shitty games too. So I think this restructure is good. I look forward to seeing what Konami has, or whatever their new company name may be, going forward. With that being said, guys, that is the end of the news. However, I do have one more thing here to talk about. Again, this is where I would normally put up a tweet, but I can't do that. Again, no editing software and whatnot. So, TSS2, friend of the Game Corner podcast, normally I do with Casey as Raw. Given the circumstance, obviously I can't, connect with him this week. TSS posted on Twitter, he says, let's do this. 6 favorite games in no order. Tag 4 people. So he chose his 6 games. He also tagged me, Casey. He tagged Jake DeMarco, who you may remember. He made a cameo appearance on my charity stream. And he also tagged one other person. So his 6 games in no order. He picked Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, Super Mario Bros. 3, God of War the Reboot 2018, Final Fantasy VII, Madden 07, and Sonic Adventure 2. Pretty decent picks. I respect his picks. Personally, I'm not a Zelda fan, so I wouldn't pick a Zelda game. I would not have picked Sonic Adventure 2, in my opinion, if I picked the Sonic game. Final Fantasy, again, would not make my list, but, it is what it is. Uh, Super Mario Bros. 3 is an amazing game, although that's not my favorite Mario game. And yes, Madden, I would probably not pick a sports game at all. So I told him I would respond in a video, and I was going to tag my four people after I uploaded the video and posted the link on Twitter. So I will tag my four people. Let me pick my six games again in no order right now. Although I will say my number one favorite video game of all time is Super Mario World. I've made this known quite a few times. I love the game for its, you know, ease of pick up and play. It was one of the games, in my opinion, the ROM hacking community. I always say this. It may not be true, probably isn't, but I have a feeling that the ROM hacking community for Super Mario World is part of the reason why we got the Super Mario Maker games. And the ROM hacking community for Super Mario World has been strong, and is still going strong to this day. The ROM hack community, they've been making Super Mario World fan games for like 15, 16 years, maybe even longer. I remember playing ROM hacks when I was in high school. So, Super Mario World, easily my number one favorite video game of all time. Underneath that, I would have to pick the Mortal Kombat franchise as a whole. The games I've been playing ever since I was 4 years old. I've been playing Mortal Kombat for 27 years, and pretty damn good at it, in my opinion. Made the top 100 best fighters of all time in Mortal Kombat Deception. Got my name from Mortal Kombat 9. I've told that story a couple of times. Actually, I told that story to the cartoon kid Ray Rollins on the Christmas Eve stream when me and him played Mortal Kombat 11. And so if you want to hear that story, check out that stream on Christmas Eve. The entire stream isn't up, but the Mortal Kombat battles are. The Mortal Kombat portion of it is on there. It's the 25 Games of Christmas, game number 20. Number 3, I would pick Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania. I used to pick Sonic Mania alongside Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but Sonic Mania, in my opinion, is just the better game because, in my opinion, Sonic Mania, it has the 60 frames per second. It has the 60 frames per second. Well, I know Sonic 2 does, but it's only on mobile and PC. So the console versions, as of right now, or at least there hasn't been a console release yet, of the 60 frames per second one. So I would pick Sonic Mania over Sonic 2. Plus, Sonic Mania has a drop dash, which I love. And it's got a pretty challenging Chaos Emerald special stages. And it brought back the Blue Spear minigame, which is awesome. It's got the Encore mode as a bonus DLC. It released with a collector's edition and whatnot. So I would pick Sonic Mania over Sonic 2 as my number 3. Again, these games are in no order except for the first two. Number 4, this is where it starts to get hard. Number 4, let's pick I don't even know. Number 4, I would pick probably the Pokemon series. Again, Gen 2 is my favorite of the series, of all the generations. So I would go with Heart Gold and Soul Silver, respectively. The Gen 2 remakes. Out of all the ones I've played Gen 1 through 5, and then I skipped 6 and 7. Played Gen 8. I did play the Gen 1 remake, Gen 2 remakes. I skipped the Gen 3 remake as well. So the Gen 2 was my favorite because you had both Johto and Kanto regions. You had 16 gym badges to collect instead of just 8. You could challenge the Elite Four. And I picked the remakes because, you have all the Pokemon from the first 4 generations in the game. You have, better graphics. It's on the DS. So it looks better. It sounds better. Plays a little better. Again, more Pokemon than the original Gen 2 Gold, Silver, and Crystal. But yeah, so I would say Pokemon number 4. Number 5 would be, I would pick, again, no editing, guys, so I'm having a brain fart at the moment. But what would I pick for number 5? This is difficult, TSS. Man, I'm trying also not to pick more than one game per franchise with this, which is making it a little harder. Uh, boy, oh boy. You know what? I would probably put this higher on my list, but I'm going to put SOCOM 2 on here. SOCOM US Navy SEALs 2. Had an amazing time with that game. So many awesome memories with my brother and a few friends of ours and our cousin. That game, we would sink so many hours into that game. We would blow off school to play that game. There's such an amazing story to tell behind some of those memories. Might do that on the Patreon. Got to sign up for the Gatekeeper Drew Derailed News and Podcast Patreon. $1 a month gets you a lot of stuff. Want to hear that story? Perhaps on the Patreon. Maybe next time. Who knows? I'm not sure yet. Maybe next time. U.S. Navy SEALs, SOCOM U.S. Navy SEALs 2. Easy pick there. Should have thought of it sooner. Had a brain fart. But it is what it is. And the last pick is a toughie. It is a real toughie. There are so many games I've enjoyed over the years. I honestly don't know where to start. But I think I'm going to go with the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel saga. So that being said, guys, talk to you later. Peace.